What's good, everybody? Back with another Fair Shake reaction, and this time we're gonna be checking out Punchnello and his album Demon Youth. Been checking out the singles for this project, and think that Punchnello's got a very aggressive style that I feel can possibly lead to some fun music for me to listen to. So I'm looking forward to hearing this album. But if there's any cool performances or videos or something like that, you'll be able to check that stuff out on the Patreon. Since I do have one of those, I do performance reactions, dance practice reactions, and even more covers and stuff like that. You'll be able to see all that good stuff over there, along with some extra content. And so if that's something that interests you, go ahead and join the lovely patrons there. Without further ado, we're just gonna hop right into this project. It's under 30 minutes, even though it's 11 songs, so we got a few little short tracks to get into, starting off with Yellow Tape. Turn it up though. Cool beat.
Yellow tape around me, they don't know about it. They bet they'll turn the charge. I don't count on my street. Yellow tape.
Did not expect the beat to change this way.
아무것도 보이지 않는 어둠 속을 또 걸어취해 낮아 빠진 채로 돈은 버릇이 없이 돌아가는 길을 잊어 환행 속을 헤엄 멍청해질수록 강해지는 내 몸을 때려 보채지 좀 앞가는 중 예배 또 행거 앞에 머리를 붙잡고 마이크에 침튀가 내가 찢어지길 원해 쟤네는 그거 원해 아니라는 척은 갖고 있지만 난 못속이지 죽어도 내는 벽에 오히려 내가 다치는 길은 막아로 들리는 개소리 또 들이붙지 내가 끝나기를 원해
Into that flow, that consistent flow on there. Good way to switch up the flow on it. Definitely fits kind of like the feel of Demon Youth. Kind of like that rebellious, angsty kind of feel. Not necessarily a song I would return to, but I dig the idea of it. 9 to 5. More loud, bombastic.
Same old shit 바뀐 건 없음 Same old day 기계처럼 pipe Same old shit 채워지는 날 No 이때는 착각하는 사는 게 분명 따라와도 hurry up 나쁘지 않은 버려 알아서 맞춰도 페이스도 지금 채로 걸어 일하려고 살아 다시 일하려고 마셔 Fuck folks 눈에 내가 먹고 싫어 조명 I'm fine 연기는 더 퍼져 Feeling the vibe 날 조명 I'm fine 연기는 더 퍼져
Good, very good sense of like flow, rhythm, and switching up the patterns. I'm into that. This is reminding me of kind of like the industrial experimental sounds of like kind of like 9 Inch Nails and stuff like that. Who Need featuring Coogee.
Hey, what the fuck need it cash? Here's my lyric, shut your bitch ass somewhere. 시끄러워, I've been studio all that pain. 많이 필요해, what the fuck need it cash? 빨아먹어 cash. What the fuck need it cash? Cash, need it cash.
Are we talking about Cash App?
Spend my money no reason Spend my time 즐기지를 쟤네들은 인정 안 해주고도 뭐 그러든가 나는 계속 만들어 왜 fuck you need nobody 필요한 게 없어 be nobody.
Sorry, see this one I think I might add. Because it's a beat that I could just kind of go like this instead of just be like.
Fuck your money, fuck your problem, fuck your opinion.
Like this one I can get off of just vibe and not have to understand what's being said.
I'm so real, I'm so real. Man, it's sorry. 혼자 다 merge. I'm too real. 필요해 틈이 그래도 we need cash. Here's my worry. Shut your bitch ass somewhere. Yeah. Shake it, I've been studio all that pain. 많이 필요해. What the fuck up need cash. 받아먹으기. What the fuck up need cash. Cash, need cash. What the fuck up need cash. Cash, need cash.
365 everyday 유로 새 세션 10원이 맨션 wow 생김새 너무 Asian 근데 내 랩폰 참이런 너버린 나 삐삐 그래도 다 필요해 for sure 내 인생엔 없어 신 끝없이 찾고 있어 지름길 끈타고 왼손에 들어서 레어 나만 한 대마저 차라서 핀 아직까지도 못 찾았어 정답 잘 되길 바라고 바라지 정말 버는 너 임박팬 컷하면
The overlapping patterns.
Look at my root on the wall 넘어가지 on the wall 근데 이건 너무 높 난 성공이 너무 급 그래서 가라고 난 조이 가라고 여기서 멈출 거면 시작도 안 했다고 난 집에 말하고 왔어 큰 길을 한 보따리 들고 오겠다고 sir.
Oh, it would have been great to have the chorus again, but yeah, that's natty right there. We added that. But yeah, that would go hard. Now, Boy in the Mirror checked out the MV for this earlier today. So if you want to see that, it's on the channel.
넉넉하게 넣어서 어머니 아버지 아들은 글러서 착하게 사귀는 거기서 어디서 주머니 폴더 백 까버리지 너의 꿈 너의 목표 Boy in the mirror boy in the mirror 멍청해 Boy in the mirror boy in the mirror boy in the mirror boy in the mirror 다 터지를 커내어 느새를 통장에 꽂히지 마는 게 퍼마시고 취해나
You know, the funny thing about this is that, like, I feel this kind of matches some of the stuff that I would hear from some artists I know in Florida. See, it actually kind of makes me want to hear like Denzel Curry on some of these. That would be dope. Switching tone. Creates good contrast.
Boy in the mirror, 멍청해. Boy in the mirror, boy in the mirror, 멍청해. Boy in the mirror, boy in the mirror, 멍청해. Boy in the mirror, boy in the mirror, okay. Boy in the mirror, my life so bright. 맘대로 살아 누가 지적질하면 그냥 눈 감아.
Kid King.
아무서 사망 내 인생 참견은 가능해 오직 의사만 쫓대로 살아도 결국 날 찾아. 어쩌고 저쩌고 씨발이 타다. 돈 들어올 때까지 나는 마셔. If you wanna fuck with me, 닥쳐 came a long way. 돌아가기 늦었네. 그리워지기 이전에 씨발놈들에게 전해.
See, when I get to just focus purely on the sound of it, I'm into it. Watching the video and trying to take in everything all at once was a little much.
착하게 살기는 글로 내가 넌 미워 I'm seen a 맨정신인가 봐 fucked up 느끼고 바보 뻥넘 안기고 바보 퍽럽 손에서 비가 버텀덤 보이 넌 미워 I'm 멍청 기회가 보이엔 덥어 난 너 몰라 기억 없어 그러게 날 왜 믿었어 버릇덤 마시고 쓰러져 지에서 마신 가루 여전히 그냥 저리 좀 빨리 줘 왔다가 손을 벌리 넉넉하게 넣어서 어머니 아버지 아들은 글러서 착하게 사귀는 거기서 어디서 주머니 폴더 백 까버리지 너의 꿈 너의 목표 Boy in the mirror 멍청해 Boy in the mirror boy in the mirror 멍청해 Boy in the mirror boy in the mirror show head. Boy in the mirror. Boy in the mirror. Ay. Boy in the mirror. Boy in the mirror. Boy in the mirror. Boy in the mirror.
All right. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Now for Faded.
Hey, yo. Yo, it's time to shine. 난 준비가 됐어. 쓰레기들의 아직도 나 watching the waste. 말들이 많아 대가리 받고 있어. 어지러운 매운 소리 나를 막해줘. What you mean? So? 너네 지금 I already got that, 말 up, my I'm so real, yo. 시끄러워 세상 난 poker face 하고 기다리고 있지 내 때를 잡아도 됐어. 한동안 바쁘게 사느라 정신이 없어. 밤 어디냐고 여기 따져 맛있게 드셔. 이 죽여주는 것들 숙성시키느라 피곤했는데 그래 맛이 어떠셔. 걷어드리겠지만은 돈 너의 목까지 어쩌겠냐 뭐 그냥 주둥이 담으로. Yes, all I'm here what you want be a chip keep that foes I don't give a fuck about it. 돌아가는 꼬라지가 맘에 들지 않아 끌어내리고 다음 쳐 버리지 GTA 같이 이렇게 어지러운 상황에 내게 뭐 바래. 2shot 3shot now I'm faded.
All right.
Shut up, please. I'm trying to get high. Faded. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. Faded. Shut up, please. I'm trying to get high. Faded. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot. 마트에 가는 중에 한판 먹방 자체를 둔 한끼 식사를 뚝딱 복부 비만성이 병 걸린 지갑 getting fat 두꺼워 주머니 좀 봐 이걸 너무 하긴 냈다 파마시지 난 풀려버린 눈가 빼는 게 없어 더 이상 shut the fuck up 시끄러 죽겠네 저리 가요 에이 yo what 나를 trying to pick me up 무시 에이 yo 있잖아는 저우드지 베이스 업 피곤해지기 싫으면 여기서 다 꺼져나 갱판 쳐버리지 여기 있는 거 다 내 거 다 꺼져 냅두고 손대면 태극은 놈은 어디 가나 했던 걸 열심히 살아야지 뭐하는 거야 go suck my dick yeah 그것은 또다 꺼져 냅두고 손대면 태극은 놈은 어디 가나 했던 걸 열심히 살아야지 뭐하는 거야 go suck my dick yeah 그것은 또 이제 big faded shut up please I'm trying to get high faded 1 shot 2 shot 3 shot
Not bad. That,
shut up please I'm trying to get high
like real simple, just allowed that the rhymes to come to the forefront and just attitude. I like that, but I'm still debating whether I want to add it or not. Still debating on it. Now for Chopsticks. All right.
Hey.
It seems we might be heading back to a more abrasive type beat.
Fucking out of the chopsticks. 곤란해 여기 병신들. 나무라지네 방식. 엿보고 배워오는 바위. 위험해 매일 같이 낚이고 다녀오네 바위. 고개를 머리여야. What can I do? What can I do? 보여 motherfucker bang 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 bang. 아니 난 juice. 안 하지 juice. 필요도 없진 않아 anyway. How can I lose? How can I lose? Motherfucker bang 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 bang. Oh my shit looking good. Smoking camel feeling good. 내가 know but I know no more. Sip it up. Oh my shit looking good. Smoking camel feeling good. 내가 know that I know no more. Sip it up. Yeah. Please don't kill my fucking vibe. 어지러워 내 머릿속 안에
Don't do it.
깨워내지 마. 아직은 아니지. Draw green bottles. 나를 발견. 멈추지 않. 어지러운 내 머릿속 안에 날이 저물어. 멈추지 않. 어지러운 내 머릿속 안에 매일 어지럽다 보니 아무것도 안 들어와. 니네 하는 얘기 들어봤자 영양가 없으리는 집어골라. 손가락 받쳐 또 증식하다. I'm too real. good nigga too real.
He's too real.
Too real.
For real.
Good nigga too real. For real. Too real. Good nigga too real. For real. Too real. I'm too real. For real. Yeah. Bitch. Bitch.
All right. Back. The first single, the first music video. Check that out too on the channel.
떨어진 손목에 keys 언젠간 뒤집을 게임 더 시시하다니 어쩐 이딴 놈들 다 비켜 거꾸로 매달리는 진짜 모습을 뺏고 겁을 치는 검은 양도 피를 빨라 I'm back 요 다시 뺐어 별둥 방자 다 꺼져 또 쌌어 내 숨은 또 다른 나와 조금 뱉어 이것도 여태 나 빼고 꿀빨아서 kick your face 내 뺏쳐버리고 가방에다 담아 여태 난 적이 없어 한 시간도 매일 싸워 얘네가 나를 무시하는 게 바탈리온 다시 backdoor bling on this beat cam도 싹도 명약도로 훔쳐긴 미래포 I don't get it 너에게 이렇게 놓은 시간이 어딨어 나하고 맙지 thank you please 그러다가 니는 뭐 갑자기 나타난 보스몹에 다들 난 흘려보내 난 시간 엎드려 다 내게 보상 아무것도 없던 고민이 언제 이렇게
good solid flows on this cool oscillated that synth bass line. That's also think it would be cool to have that kind of the 808 bass be more booming, louder in the mix, let it rumble. But you know, after hearing how it's been in the whole project, it makes sense to kind of like tone it down again a little bit. And plus, it allows the different drum loops that they have in here to have more punch to it with the kicks and everything. They have more of an impact by making the bass chill. If you didn't know, he's front. I mean back. And it just brings me back to like stuff that you'd hear on like the Matrix soundtrack. Now for Run It, featuring Console. Okay. Build it, hey. And now I'm disappointed. I thought it would add more, but they brought it back to where it was. It's cool. They do have a harmony to the Run It, but they have it tucked so far back you can barely notice it. Because there was a Run It in there. Letting up the speed of the pattern. Oh, it's still just so disappointed to come right back to this. You would want for it to be more. Like, even if maybe they were to like have the vocals be more in your face and go with the wall of sound kind of feel with it. Like maybe even like distorting the vocals and then have them more in your face, then it'd be, I feel it'd have more impact. But now, Lost in Hell. I really like this beat. That was cool. Their little percussion.
Please forgive me, it takes me way lost in hell. Oh God, please.
Yeah, this is nice.
Way lost in hell. Able with it, 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 able with it,
All right, all right. Kind of wish that one lasted longer. But I'm gonna add that one. Mayday, the penultimate track. Digging what the keys are doing right now. Okay.
삶이 다를 없이 오는 것 같아 번져 돌아가는 길만 알려주는 모든
Like, even though it seems kind of monotone, it's monotone for a reason. It's on its actual pitch to where he's doing his rap at, which is smart. And then the actual chorus is more melodic and switching through more notes. It's smartly done. The extra like drum pattern over this key loop is really cool. I like that a lot. That's actually most likely one of my favorite tracks on this project right there. Now, Don't Love Me. Okay. Liking the feel of this so far. Oh, we're going full melodic on it. The singing. Pads and string, guitar work. This part is really giving me very big XXXTentacion vibes. At least the little I've heard from him. Not bad, not bad. Not one I would return to, but I definitely hear a strong audience for that sound that he was able to close the album out with. Definitely a lot chiller than a lot of the other stuff, since a lot of it was like, it kind of like more experimental, like almost industrial, hip hop kind of sound. Some of it was a little bit more trendy than the rest. Then, especially as you got further down the track list, but overall, not too bad. Like out of the other like hip hop projects I've got to check out so far, I feel like this has a pretty good ratio. I mean, I ended up with 5 out of the 11 songs, and That's not too bad. I mean, yeah, it's under half, but it's still a better ratio than some of the other stuff I have. Because I'm just gonna reiterate my feeling when it comes to Korean hip hop, and why it has such a high barrier of entry to me. Being a rapper, a person who's really heavily into hip hop, you would think, hey, this would be a no brainer, right? No, because for me, when it comes to hip hop, what I enjoy the most out of it are the lyrics. And yeah, flow, patterns, the schemes, the tone that you use, and the production are definitely all very important factors. But to me, the most important thing, the thing that sets things apart to me, are going to be the lyrics. That opposable thumb. Yeah, it's the thing that truly makes the biggest difference, because it's the thing that allows it to hold me the most, and so when it comes to hip hop, the lyrics mean so much. And yes, I can look up the meaning of these lyrics to understand what they're saying and get what perspectives they're trying to give, or the mood that they're trying to give. And yes, that would allow me to understand them. But while I'm listening to it, I'd have to do the mental the mental gymnastics of remembering what everything translated to, and so yeah, it helps, like, definitely when there are songs that have a good portion of stuff that's in English, stuff like Who Need, like, I feel like, where it sounded like it was like Where the Cash At, something similar like that, similar to that really helps hook me in, or like Boy in the Mirror, that also has that. And then also with Back, I'm back, y'all, I said I'm back. Those are things that definitely will help grab me, but that's just the hook. I want to be able to connect to the verses too. And yeah, they'll still sprinkle in like little things that I can understand, and but to me, it's not always enough. So it's a lot harder, because for Korean hip hop to grab me, because if I can't connect mostly to your lyrics, then that means your flows, and especially your production, have to do the most work. You have to rely much more on those things to grab me. Yes, being able to show play with your tone of voice on the track, and also the patterns that you use outside of the way you flow between those patterns, definitely will help as well. But I feel like if you can make sure it flows well over the production, that is going to be the main thing that I'm going to be like focusing on, to be able to like really make me want to listen to it. If they can't rely on the lyrics too much on making me be like, oh, I get this, I understand it, and I'm rocking with it. So the main thing that's gonna really give me that feel is the production and the way they're flowing over on top of it, and so that makes it much harder for me to get into, and that's the difference between hip hop, Korean hip hop, and like K-pop. With K-pop, there tends to be a lot more melodies and melodic choices, and then I can get into kind of more the music theory, even much more of the music theory thing behind it outside of the lyrics, especially since if you do look into the lyrics of a lot of K-pop songs, they don't matter as much as what the entire musical feel presents itself as, because you can present more emotions directly from the way the lines are sung, and all that kind of stuff. But that's way more kind of like music theory kind of stuff, that interests me as a listener. So when it comes to being a listener of hip hop, the lyrics play the most central part, and if it's harder for me to understand the lyrics, then yeah, and then yeah, you can still emote through the way you sing about, or the way you rap about whatever your topic is. It still can lead itself to being less understood, and vibe with, since they hold such a crucial part, and there's that translation barrier, there's that language barrier there. So yeah, that's just me in my personal opinion. But overall, I think this is actually one of the cooler projects in the hip hop sphere that I've gotten to listen to so far this year, as I've finally tried to listen to more K hip hop. It was definitely cool to hear kind of the more industrial, experimental kind of hip hop side being explored through this project. That really is a sound that I don't always really dive into, even in in Western spheres. But it's cool to hear that kind of style has a place here in Korea as well, and I feel like it was done rather well, and that's why, like, even with the ones that I won't be adding to my playlist, there's definitely some that I wouldn't say, oh, this just sounds like a bad song. It's just stuff that isn't necessarily my style. So yeah, with all that out of the way, what do you guys think? I really want to know. Please leave your comments down below and tell me what's one of your favorite tracks. Because for me, like I mentioned before, Mayday is probably, I'd probably be safe to say that that's my favorite track. Second track would be like Who Need, and then the singles after that would be up there with Back and Boy in the Mirror. But yeah, cool stuff. If you enjoyed this as well, you can hit the like button and you can subscribe for more reactions and reviews. And if you feel generous, you can go to the Patreon link in the description box to help support your boy. But until next time, much love. Peace. Threes.